are some just acupressure points. So this again is more practical things that you can do or that you can teach your patients, your friends, your family to help release and calm the allergic system. Oh, this is the wrong picture. Okay. Hold on, let me just see what I did here. Okay, what I did is I forgot to change the name. So this is not gallbladder 31. This is yin tong. It's the one that you see in the label here. So this point, the acupuncture point, is called yin tong. It's right between the eyebrows. And this point, again, is great to tap on. It's great to press on if you're just anxious and want to calm. So this is actually a nervous system calming point. It's when I do acupuncture on people, it's one of the first points I'll put the needle in just to like immediately calm the system to relax before I put the rest of the needles in. And then also it's like great just to tap on if you're feeling anxious, to calm the nervous system if you're feeling hot and red. And if you want to tap into your intuition, again, the third eye is around the same area. So that's one that I will use. Yin tong, not GB31. Okay, another great point to put in your back pocket, long intestine 20. So what I should actually say, caveat really quickly, if you're not familiar with Chinese medicine and acupuncture, the point is called, like some of them have special names like yin tong. The other ones I'm just going to use their meridian name, which is like lung 11 or long intestine 20 or heart 7 or like a meridian and then a number. So when I say long intestine, it doesn't necessarily correlate to the Western long intestine per se. It kind of does, but it's also a whole different system of medicine. So in like Chinese medicine, the long intestine has a lot to do with the immune system. Funnily enough, in the Western system, now we're learning that the long intestine is where the microbiome lives, and the microbiome controls the immune system. So you can start to see the parallels there. But anyways, when I talk about these like meridians, I'm not saying like we're actually doing stuff to your long intestine. Obviously, it's on the nose, so it's not, it doesn't correlate location-wise either. But anyways, I digress. The long intestine 20 is the point on the sinuses. So if you are having allergies and your sinuses are really clogged, you have really like stuffy nose, if you have cold, anything that's like clogged in your nose, this is a really good point. So you can just literally press on them and they'll probably be pretty sore. Same with like yin tong, all of these acupuncture points, pressure points, sorry, if you press on them in the right spot, they'll often be sore. So that's one that you can use for sinus stuff. This is gallbladder 31. So this one is used for itch. So this is great if you're really itchy, if you're having a flare, eczema attack, whatever. It clears wind in Chinese medicine language, which is just like clearing stuff out of the body. So it's when you stand up, as you can see, if you put your hands right down by your thighs, right where your middle finger ends, that's where the point is. Again, you can just massage and press into it. This one is always really tender for me. Either side is good. Like, let's just keep it simple. Just either side is fine. And this is the last one I'm going to show you, long intestine 11. So when you bend your arm, it's right where the little crack, wrinkle, what's the word? Bend, folds, you know what I'm talking about, right at the end of that. So this is the very first acupuncture point I ever learned, the very first one that I ever put a needle in. And what this is it clears heat. So this is known to be a heat clearing point, super potent. I also find it really interesting because if you have eczema, a lot of the time it's centered in the elbow creases. And so clearing heat, it's just interesting to me, these Chinese medicine people knew something, that the biggest heat clearing point is in like one of the most centered around like one of the hottest areas in the body that gets hot when it comes to eczema. So it doesn't have to be that you have eczema in the elbows, but just in general, if you're feeling like hot, red, again, if you're even like having hot flashes or you have sunburn or like anything hot, this is a great point to use for heat. So all of this presentation will be posted in the group. All of these points will be posted in the group, so you can see that. Other quick things to do, again, just recapping what we talked about before, immediate things that you can do. So using any of those acupuncture points.